Why would someone hand over their passport and never see it again? Clara Jennings checked into a downtown Chicago hotel, expecting a quiet business trip. The lobby buzzed with city noise filtering through the glass doors, but a faint scent of disinfectant made her pause. It was 2:47 p.m., an ordinary afternoon, but a chill of unease ran down her spine. Her passport, her only proof of identity, vanished within an hour. The man she trusted to hold it, hotel supervisor Marcus Hale, wore a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Clara's bag lay open on the polished front desk. The passport wasn't inside. A pen she just used rolled across the countertop, catching sunlight in a sharp glint. She bent to retrieve it and froze. A shadow flickered across the lobby. Marcus stepped back, hands behind his back, unervingly calm. "She's just resting in her room," he said, but his tone didn't match his eyes. Why would he lie about something so small? Clara's heart hammered, every instinct screaming danger. Who else knew? And why was the desk drawer slightly ajar, when she was sure she had locked it? Main suspect, Marcus Hale. 3 hours later. But one detail didn't add up. Clara realized this wasn't just a missing document. It was the start of something far more sinister. Why would the hotel's own cameras hide what really happened? 3 days had passed since Clara Jennings's passport disappeared at the downtown Chicago hotel. The lobby, usually lively with tourists and business travelers, now felt oppressive, every echo amplified. Every time Clara passed the front desk, Marcus Hale's polite smile burned like a warning. Jasmine Lee, a young housekeeping staffer, had noticed Marcus acting strangely that morning. She whispered to herself as she vacuumed the carpet. Why does he keep going into room 712 when no one is staying there? Clara returned to the front desk, hands shaking, as Jasmine discreetly slipped her a flash drive. "You need to see this," she muttered. On-screen caption, "Clue. Hidden footage discovered." The video was brief but unmistakable. Marcus appeared, carrying a manila envelope. He paused outside room 712, glanced over his shoulder, then disappeared inside. The door clicked shut behind him. Clara's stomach dropped. How many times had he done this before? Who else could be involved? Her hands trembled as she watched him carefully place the envelope inside the room. What could be inside that warranted such secrecy? 3 days later, Marcus Hale, main suspect. What was in that envelope? The faint scent of cleaning solution lingered in the hallway. Jasmine's eyes darted nervously toward Clara. "You're not imagining it," she said. "He's hiding something, and it's not just your passport." Clara's pulse raced. This was bigger than a missing document. Someone had been planning, watching, and waiting, and she was trapped in the middle of it. How can a hotel room stay locked if no one's supposed to be inside? By Friday night, Clara Jennings hadn't slept in 2 days. The glow from the city blurred through the hotel window, flickering like a silent alarm. Room 712 haunted her every thought. That door she'd never seen open, yet somehow always heard faint footsteps behind. The hallway was empty when she finally went to see for herself. The hum of the ice machine, the buzz of a flickering light, then a sound. 3 soft knocks. From inside room 712. She froze. The brass numbers gleamed in the dim corridor. Her reflection in the door's peephole looked distorted, like someone else staring back. She whispered, "Hello." No answer. But under the door, a folded piece of paper slid out slowly, deliberate. Clue discovered. The note under the door. It read in rushed handwriting, "You're not safe. He's already taken another." Clara stumbled back, heart pounding. She sprinted to the front desk. But Marcus Hale wasn't there. Only his half-finished cup of coffee, still warm. She demanded to see the guest log for room 712. The night clerk hesitated before flipping the page. On-screen caption, "Guest log. Room 712. Vacant since April." Her breath caught. April was 6 months ago. Then who had just written that note? No record, no check-in, no explanation. But someone is inside room 712. She turned back toward the hallway. The door to room 712 was open now, just an inch. and inside, a faint light flickered, like someone waiting. What would you do if a wall inside your hotel room started whispering secrets? Detectives arrived the next morning after Clara's anonymous call. Officer Daniel Reeves, calm but observant, scanned the hallway of the downtown Chicago hotel. He'd seen dozens of missing person cases, but this one had a pulse. Every detail felt off, like the crime was still unfolding in real time. Room 712 was sealed with police tape, but the faint hum of the air vent didn't stop. Inside, a lamp flickered over an open vent panel. Clara stood behind the officers, trembling. Something about the air felt wrong, thick, metallic, almost like it carried a memory. When Reeves loosened the panel, an object fell out. A yellowing envelope, edges darkened by dust. He slid on gloves and pulled it open. Inside were 2 Polaroids. One showed Clara, standing at the front desk on her first day. The other, a blurry figure lying on the hotel bed, face turned away. On-screen caption, "Evidence found. Hidden envelope, room 712. Clara whispered, "That's my jacket in the photo, but I've never been in that room." Officer Reeves placed the photos in a clear bag. "The timestamps are wrong," he murmured. "These were printed before you even checked in." He turned to the desk clerk. "Who developed film here?" The clerk hesitated. "Only Marcus Hale. He runs our lost and found documentation." Clara's breath quickened. He'd been taking pictures of guests before they vanished. Her voice cracked. "How long has he worked here?" The clerk's silence said everything. Forensic clue. Photos predate Clara's stay. Suspect connection. Marcus Hale. But where is he now? Officer Reeves looked toward the hallway camera and frowned. Its red recording light blinked, then suddenly went dark. Someone was still inside the hotel, and they were watching. Why would a hotel erase every record of the night she disappeared? By Monday morning, the investigation had grown colder and stranger. Officer Daniel Reeves returned to the Chicago hotel with a warrant, determined to trace Marcus Hale's last movements. But when the staff pulled the digital shift log, one date was missing entirely. Friday, the day Clara's passport vanished. The computer screen flickered, showing blank space where timestamps should be. The cursor blinked like a heartbeat. Every employee shift was recorded except one, Marcus's. Clara stood behind Reeves, her reflection trembling in the monitor's glow. "He deleted it, didn't he?" Reeves didn't answer. He just turned the screen toward her and said softly, "Not deleted, replaced." He printed the backup record. At the exact time Marcus's name should have appeared, it showed a single line. "Access granted. Unknown user, 11:57 p.m. System log tampered. Accessed by unknown user," Clara whispered. "But who else had login access?" The manager's voice trembled. "No one outside corporate. Except," he hesitated, "our night IT tech, a woman named Leah Parsons." Reeves found Leah in the hotel basement, surrounded by humming servers. She looked pale, eyes darting between screens. "She told me not to say anything," Leah said quietly. "Who?" Reeves pressed. "Marcus's wife. She used to work here, before she went missing." A chill rippled through the air. Clara felt her throat tighten as Leah whispered, "He said he keeps everything close, even the ones who leave." Deleted shift logs found. New suspect connection. Marcus's missing wife. The case just changed. Reeves stepped closer, voice low. "Leah, where does he keep the backups?" She pointed to the elevator shaft. "In the old archive room, below the lobby." Clara turned as the lights above them flickered. Someone was already down there. What would you do if the place meant for records held the voices of the missing? Officer Reeves pried open the elevator shaft door, the stale air below thick with dust and something else. A faint metallic tang, like blood long dried. Clara gripped the flashlight, her heart hammering against her ribs. They climbed down the narrow maintenance ladder until the beam of light hit concrete. The hidden archive room stretched out like a forgotten bunker beneath the hotel. Old monitors flickered, each showing static except one. A grainy feed displayed the hotel lobby, but with a timestamp from 6 months ago. The night Marcus Hale's wife vanished. Reeves moved closer, adjusting the dial on an old cassette recorder. It clicked, hissed, and then a woman's voice filled the silence. "If you find this, I didn't leave. He keeps us here." Clara's breath caught. "That's her," Leah whispered, trembling. "That's Evelyn Hale." On-screen captions. Evidence found. Audio tape. Evelyn Hale's voice. Timestamp. April 14th, 11:57 p.m. But she was never seen again. Reeves opened a metal cabinet beside the monitors. Inside were dozens of labeled folders, each with a name, a photo, and a date. All marked, unclaimed. The sound of footsteps echoed overhead. Slow, deliberate. Clara's hands trembled as she flipped through the files. Her own photo was inside, taken from hotel security footage the day she checked in. She whispered, "He's been documenting every guest who stays alone." Reeves turned to her, his expression darkening. "He's hunting patterns, not people." Archive room discovered. Voices of the missing. Her file was already waiting. A sharp buzz cut through the room. The elevator gate above began to creak open. Reeves aimed his flashlight toward the sound, whispering, "No one else was supposed to have that key." Then came the faint hum of the service elevator lowering itself, and a familiar voice from above. "You shouldn't have come down here." Sometimes, the scariest part isn't what you find. It's realizing it's been watching you all along. The service elevator stopped halfway down, its rusted cage creaking in the silence. A dim flashlight beam cut through the air, followed by slow, deliberate footsteps. Clara froze. Officer Reeves motioned her behind a steel cabinet. The elevator gate slid open, and from the shadows stepped Marcus Hale. He wasn't holding a weapon, just an old Polaroid camera. Click. A flash burned through the darkness. "You shouldn't have come here," Marcus said softly. "This place isn't for the living anymore." Behind him, the monitors flickered, showing old guests walking the halls. But every frame ended the same way. The person stopping, turning toward the camera, and vanishing. Reeves steadied his gun. "Where are they, Marcus?" Marcus tilted his head. "Right where they belong. Beneath us." He pressed a button on the wall. The floor rumbled, panels sliding open to reveal shallow compartments lined with concrete. Inside were fragments of belongings. Bracelets, phones, wallets, all tagged. Clara covered her mouth. "He kept them here, like exhibits." Marcus smiled faintly. "They wanted to be remembered. I made sure they were." Reeves lunged forward, tackling Marcus to the ground. The camera clattered away, snapping one last photo as it hit the floor. In the picture, 3 blurred silhouettes. 2 standing, 1 kneeling. Marcus whispered, "Now you're part of it too." Later that morning, backup arrived. The basement was sealed, and Marcus Hale was taken into custody. But when Clara returned to file her report, something caught her eye on the evidence table. A Polaroid print resting on top of her folder. It showed her and Reeves, standing in that same basement. But neither of them remembered posing for it. The caption scrawled across the bottom read, "Room 13, checked in, never left." The photo pulsed faintly under the flickering light, as if the story wasn't over yet. Clapperboard subscribed to the Veil of Secret, where every truth hides in the shadows, and every shadow tells a story.